Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing this morning? Um, Boy, I had to get up early to get to this one. And I was worried if was I gonna have to cancel my live, and I try to stay on point with this because I'm trying to get those hours, that magical hour time. You know what I mean? But I was worried I was gonna be late or not be able to do it because I was supposed to be at 6 o'clock exactly. Well, I literally got what the oh, the lights coming on by themselves and stuff. I literally got in the door like 2 minutes ago. What's up, man? Oh, hey, bro, this would have been a perfect. This weekend would have been a perfect invite for y'all if y'all was in town, man. We made a mistake and on bookings.com or whatever the heck for this hotel room. It was actually a suite. This thing was actually a suite. I sat there and laughed. It had a king and two queens, and like a kitchen area, a kitchen table. It had three rooms. Good morning, FR Humphrey. It had three rooms. The balcony was, I mean, this thing was huge. Unfortunately, it was kind of dated. What I mean by dated, um, it it ain't been updated in a while. This was, I think, Tybee Island was a getaway for old Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? And but it was okay. There really wasn't much there, other than a few. There's a few restaurants. Oh my God, the shrimp is off the chain. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. I think it's because they get their shrimp fresh from the shrimp boats. I mean, I haven't tasted shrimp like that before. And we bought like 2 pounds on the way home yesterday. And Norma was like trying to make it last night. Like, hey, Jeffro, that's for a special occasion. You know what I'm saying? Because we be getting these shrimps that we think is good. They done drudge from some polluted area. Hey, still in here, how you doing? Some Yeah, it's not too commercial. And the the I mean, it just tasted it. The taste was just phenomenal. Um, and it's so funny. I'm Where we were staying. I saw pineapple statues and pine. The place is like a bed and breakfast right next to us. Was part of the place we was at. It had a big pineapple sign, and I'm cracking up like these old perverts. These some old um these some old behind perverts because see that kind of upside down pineapple that's just been adapted. It was straight pineapples at first, and they have certain types of plants that they put in their yard. I was looking on a confession from a confession from a swinger. They have certain types of plants in their yard. Those little scrunchies that women put to hold their ponytail. They put that on the antennas on their car. Just freak nasty stuff. And certain types of wedding bands. Um, it, you know, certain. Oh! Look who's late! Look who's late! And I'm sitting there laughing. Um, and I upgraded my opinion of Tybee Island the next morning. We only stayed for one day. I upgraded my opinion because when we got there later in the afternoon, it looked kind of scraggly looking. You know what I mean? And I thought those rocks was actually seashells. And we went on the off season. So being the let me get you ain't gonna get too much light. Being the off season, there really wasn't nobody there. So I already knew I'd have been aggravated. Oh, okay. I knew I was going to be aggravated if we went there on peak during the summer peak season. That place would have been packed, and they had certain types. I mean, you had to pay for parking everywhere. So I said, look, let's just park the car at the hotel and walk. So I have been preaching about me starting to get to walk again, and I really I was paying for it, but since I'd been out here trying to make an attempt to walk, it wasn't as bad as it would have been. You know what I mean? And I really um I really had a good time, and I really was um kind of reminded of you know how blessed I truly am. And you know people, it's funny how we have certain types of dreams. We have certain types of stuff that we want to do in life. And you know but we expect to bring that same mindset, that the dream that we want, we expect to see that same negative mindset, that same loser attitude, that same you know trying to the selfishness and so forth. You guys, if you got a dream, you got to realize that dreams cost. Dreams are going to cost you something. It could be uh physical, mental, monetary, or all three, or spiritual. Physical, mental, monetary, spirit, like all four. It's going to cost you something. And you know give you an example. we as a people we as a people, and we blame it on everybody else. And yes, it can be a mindset, but it's also the conditioning that, and don't realize, when you realize that you're being conditioned, when you realize you're being conditioned, why don't you break that conditioning? Why don't you move from that? I'll give you a prime example. An African American has a hot dog cart. He probably paid $5,000 $6,000 for the cart. Got to go buy get a business license. Had to get the cart inspected from the health inspector. In certain cities, you have to have a place where you have to go. You have to rent. You have to rent a spot to go back and prepare all of your condiments, your hot dogs, where you keep it. You can't just take it home and do that. So he has to rent a spot to take his hot dog back, to clean his equipment, to bake extra stuff, to buy, sides of potato chips and so forth. So this man gets a business. He comes and walks and parks and he hooks it up to his truck, gas for the truck. He parks it on the corner, stays out there 12 hours a day, maybe 7 days a week. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's his dream to own his own business. His hot dogs are, let's say, $2.75 with all the fixings, and plus a bag of chips and maybe a soda. What do? We come over there. What? $2.75? I could go. I could go to Publix and get a pack of hot dogs for $1.12. What's the matter with you? But then that same guy will go up to the Asian takeout restaurant that's selling hot dogs for $3.50. Okay, thank you. Man, it's delicious. Wow, man, it's delicious. And he'll go to a Caucasian's restaurant that sells that same hot dog, because they changed the name and said it was a gourmet hot dog, for $4.50. Man, it's delicious. Man, I got to come back here. And I'm not trying to pit races against each other, but our mentality, our single mentality is that we don't trust each other in their business. We don't trust each other in transactions. We don't trust each other. But the people that have been oppressing us for years, we trust. We will be happy to give them our money. How much does your dream cost? You see what I'm getting at here? And we, or instead of being honest about it, that's why, like, when Keith Lee came to Atlanta, they don't have these takeouts no more. Most of these high city restaurants don't do takeout. Why? Because people call up, and I'm using like food for an example. It could be a dream of something else. People call up, or they work in the restaurant and they tell they buddy, hey man, call up and order this big big spread, and then don't come get it, because we hungry back here. We need something to eat. So instead of the restaurant management and the owner feeding his food service workers, like any restaurant that I worked in, it's messing up the business, it's messing up the amount of money, it's messing up everything. But Betty, let's go a little further. We have our sisters talking about I'm gonna get the bag. I got the bag. Yeah, she's getting the bag because she's shaking the booty, swinging on a pole. Because some, yeah, and that's what I was saying, bro. I understand we have been brainwashed, but sometimes you have to come out of that brainwash. I tried to come out of it. I'm not allowed to talk to a certain person on YouTube because my wife thought I'm like, look, I need to buy from another African American, just happened to be a woman, and they said some certain things in saying thank you for your business and so on. She took it the wrong way, so now I'm not allowed to buy from. You're right, brainwash. Instead of asking me, because I see none of the notes, I would explain. That person is one of those people that call everybody kings and queens. It's an uplifting thing, even though we're not kings and queens. We don't uplift nobody. We stab each other in the back. Especially if you're in a business environment and you're the only African American there, and another African American comes into that office space, you're plotting for their downfall. How dare they? I'm the token around here. I'm the big boss. I'm the head honcho. Do you see what I'm saying? Instead of saying, "Hey, come over here. Let me watch out for him. Watch out for her." That one, he's just joking all the time. Instead of saying, "Hey, come on here, let me tell you what I learned." And we our negativeness, we say, well, we got, I'm getting the bag. I got all these businesses. I got, nail salon. I got a nails. I do nails, not knowing that the Koreans have cornered the market on the wholesale nail market, the wholesale hair market. Even though I think I'm sorry, I'm going to get canceled, but I think it's disgusting that you have someone else's hair in your head weaved in there, or some fake stuff, or you see these women. I think it's such a turnoff. And thank God it doesn't. I think I don't have a woman like that. I'd rather you be bald as an eagle and it's yours, because I'm bald as an eagle. We could be bald together. But what I'm saying is, when you want to get into a business, if you and I'm just saying business, I could say any other dream. Well, my dream is to be this, to be an actor. But if you want to get into business, do your homework, prepare yourself, and change your attitude. Because guess what? When you go, have you ever been to an Asian, a Chinese food takeout in the hood? Hood folks are so mean and cruel to the people that are behind that counter. Going, hey, ching ching hing 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 and all that. Yeah, I remember, and they just smile and say, "Give me, yep, that's right. You can call me all of that. Give me all of your money. I'm not reinvesting none of this money that I make from here back into this neighborhood. I'm not giving nothing back to you ignorant and mother effers. All you calling me ching ching hung hung wang and all that mess. I'm putting my kids through college. I'm having a retirement plan for me. I'm buying a new home, and then when I retire, I'm giving this restaurant to a niece or a nephew or a son or a daughter, and have them continue. Oh, let's go a little further. You got a family of five, a family of five, a family of three. You're the oldest. You've been taking care of mom though your whole life. Mom and dad your whole life. When they needed something, you gave it to because you're saying thank you, mom, thank you, dad. But when they move on to the next life, the vultures come in. When they move on to the next life, the vultures clean the house out and disregard the fact that, hey, maybe mama left, mama left something for us. Let's split it, or let's keep the house, clean it, refurbish it, rent it out, keep it in the family, and make some more money. No, sell it, rent it out. Let's rent this out, keep it in the family. When you go look, when you go look at country folks, they can be black, white, or whatever. And you be driving down the road and you see nothing but woods, but then you with your cousin, whatever. Oh, that land right there, my grandpappy left me. Over there, that my father left me that. So how much acres do you got? I got over 100 acres of land. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm keeping something in the mix. I remember I used to I was talking to a person in the car dealership before these car dealerships lost their mind. He said, "Man," he said, "Look, one thing I learned, the dirtiest person that come in here could look with holes in his jeans and a pickup truck from 1932 that's about to fall apart. Got more money than all of us combined." What is your dream? And what I'm saying like that is, we have our parents worked hard their whole lives. They learned and they paid off. They wasn't pushing to get rid of everything. They wanted to make sure you was okay. They wanted to make sure we was okay. And that's normal, normal parents. Some of us, look, we helping our kids, hoping that one day that they'll get it, hoping that one day they will. Oh shoot, I got, I didn't put the. I just knew something. Sorry about that. Hoping that one day that they will come up with an idea for what they want to do with their lives. My problem was that since I left home, I've been in survival mode, so I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do or know what I really wanted. But some people have been hurt, been used, abused, and to the point where they don't want the bag. They don't want the notoriety. They don't want, because guess what? With notoriety comes with a cost. It's funny, and it's funny because you ever hear the interview with Barack Obama where he says he couldn't wait to not be the president no more, so he could go walk around in public and walk around like the mall or whatever like that. He said, "I want to go to New York City and just walk in Central Park." He can't anymore. He's going to be forever in a bubble. He's going to be forever in a bubble. But some people have been used and abused and taken advantage of. Their feelings, their wants, their needs have been walked all over, and they've been fighting left and right just for what? Respect, uh, understanding, just why did that? That's crazy. That light comes on just for the heck of it. Respect, understanding that. Oh, it must be. I must have a a rain adapter or something that causes the lights to come on. But you know, they're so torn down that all their dream is to find peace. But sometimes peace comes with a price also. You got to battle them demons. You got to battle, you got to battle life itself. You got to battle the world. You got to battle work. You got to come home and battle the people that you call yourself uh, in love with. You got to battle. Everything's a battle. And the movement now is everybody's talking about, guys, all we want is someone to give us our peace. I didn't realize how much that meant until the last few years. I enjoy my peace. I enjoy my time my time sitting in the driveway. I enjoy um, the little things in life because life's so short. But back to because I'm all over the place. But if your dream is to own a business, a lot of times you gotta bite your tongue. That tongue, I forgot what the Bible says about the tongue, but boy, the tongue ain't no joke. And I remember your tongue and your attitude can be your downfall. My father had a tire repair business for years. He made thousands and thousands of money dollars in that business. But the older he got, the more ornery he got. Then he realized he's in the hood. The hood, you have to modify your attitude. And people just got tired, and it slowly killed his business, and because of his attitude. You know, even with this, YouTube, depending on what crowd or what type of you know genre that you're in, your attitude for gratitude, it can and will mess you up. But what is your dream? Is your dream to be a movie star? Is your dream to be rich and famous? Because there isn't, guys. The sad fact is that a lot of folks that are rich and famous, they're you know they just got to sell their soul to get there. Look at when you look at what Cat Williams is talking about. All that can't be crazy talk. All that can't be crazy talk. But one of my main dream was that I wanted to, because I grew up in a very hectic household where there was a lot of cheating and a lot of violence and a lot of everything else going on. That my dream was to have a normal marriage, a normal life. That means something to me. That means something to me. To be able to just you know now I'm back into trying to spread out my cruises so I can be able to afford this stuff. Um, that means something to me. To be able to travel, to be able to hang with friends and have a good time and do stuff that I've never done before. My dream is to live. It's not live extravagant, not live exorbitant, not live over the top. My dream is just to live. And for 9 years, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I might sound like I'm a whiner or, he whines about everything. But no, I'm just, it's called content. We just talking. But honestly, my dream was fulfilled March, I believe it was March 5th. I think it was March 5th, 9 years ago when I met my wife. Now, I talk about her like she's not a saint. Trust me, trust and believe that. But she's normal and brings a sense of normality. Good morning, Wellness. How you doing? A sense of normality to my life, which will always keep me humble. My dream, because it almost got cut short 9.5 years ago, was just to live. And I'm always thankful to, my relationships, my friendships, and folks that always keep me in remembrance of living the best life that I can while I can. Because some of y'all are young, but 56 and heading that way, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Stuff's hurting that shouldn't be hurting. You know, the missus embarrassed me at Quick Trip because she said something real low, and I said, "What? I can't hear you." And the reason I said I can't hear you is because I have tinnitus. I have a ringing in my right ear. I can't hear you. So talking all nice and gentle, I can't hear you. I don't know how many times I can say that. Well, you need to get that fixed. With what? Good morning, Fifi. And I need to get my boy. If I knew that all that the stuff I got done with my teeth, what damage that is done that the naval dentals did to my teeth. They gave me all these fillings but didn't cap them. So my teeth over the years just slowly fell apart. I got to start working on that. I'm gonna be working on that this year, 2024. And I'm and like I said, I'm not complaining, but I'm just letting you know, growing old sucks. But I'm so happy that I got a chance to grow old. And you think he's crazy? You're crazy because I'm still in one of these things that almost freaking killed me. Well, when Lord decides that it's time to move on to a different business, um, I'm already ready. I got enough stuff, and one of my dreams is maybe open up a lawn care business. I have enough equipment too. I got everything I need, but I'm not ready to make that jump yet. I like traveling. I like doing so. That's another dream I have. So right now, one of my dreams is living, which is free. Traveling, which isn't. I got that. That costs money, so I got to keep working and getting starting a lawn care business. I don't know when you know the Lord has decided that that's when it's gonna be, but I got everything I need to. That's why when you see my name, can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. I love mowing because it's fun to me. So why not do something that you like, that you have fun doing? You know what I'm saying? Why not do something that you like, have fun doing? See, but here's the thing. Now hold on. We get into these, we think because we listen to other people and say that I want to get into the, I want to have my own restaurant, I want to have my own food truck, just because you think you can cook, just because you think that you know everything, and but you can't, and your ideas suck. See, because when it says that a cook recreates, a chef creates, but just have something that somebody wants. I'm telling you, people, I'm oxtail to death. First of all, it's expensive as heck. Half the plate is nothing but bones. But then they got people on. You're putting oxtails in egg rolls. You're putting oxtails in noodles. You're putting oxtail on pizza. Come the heck on. And then you wonder why nobody coming. And with salmon, everything that, y'all need to look at some. A lot of that salmon's got parasites in it. A lot of that salmon's got parasites in it. Oxtail, salmon, and what's the other one? Crab legs to death. There's other foods in the world, guys. There's other businesses. You know, the mob makes billions off of trash, especially in like New York City. The mob makes billions off of trash. You want to learn something, man. You want to learn something, and it's so funny. Like, a lot of women will not get with a mechanic or electrician or a plumber or a framer or a roofer. And I was so funny. A lady was saying, I seen on TikTok. She's saying, "Look, that's a form of money right there. Your man is a mechanic. That if he that good, he could drop a transmission in the backyard or the side of the house and rebuild that transmission and put it back in your vehicle, replace your engine, change your oil, all that stuff that someone's trying to screw you out of anyway, or a plumber. You know how much they make? I for 10 minutes worth of work, I paid this guy $300 to fix a leak. Those are businesses. Those are manual labors. Tow truck drivers, especially the big boys. Working on 18 wheelers. Man, please. Charles will tell you. But see, them dreams they come with the cost. Extra time, extra overtime, extra hours, lack of sleep for worrying. Exactly. Lack of worrying, you know, and not letting that man that works hard have peace. It was so funny. I was looking at this video, and we got divorced, and, and this was, and I'm not attacking nobody, so please just get that out of your head. But this woman was big, the dude was big. They both were big. So they were made for each other. But she had to make sure to show her dominance in the house and making that man, all that man does is has sports memorabilia and sneakers. He's a sneakerhead. That you don't want to mess with a sneakerhead. She made in this video, she making that man sell all of his sneakers and his jerseys and all of that stuff. And the guy says, "Look, I don't go to the club. Are the bills paid?" She says, "Yes." Then why can't I have my sneakers? See, you're causing some resentment. If you got a simple man, and this guy wasn't, he didn't look like a wimp. He looked like he'd knock you the heck out. You got a simple man, and all his dream is to collect sneakers. Leave that man alone. Cause see, he could be in the club and throwing instead of having that pair of Nikes that might be the ones that you could go out and sell for seven, eight, or $1,000 if need be. Instead of that throwing, he could be in a club throwing it to shaky booty girl that don't want you, thinks you're disgusting and you're a piece of crap, but give me your money. Do you see what I'm saying? In this fantasy that all of us are like that. Do you see what I'm saying? That all of us are like that, and we're not. Especially the older I get, the more I'm like, man, get away from me with that. And it's the same thing on Instagram, TikTok, where the big shaky booty girls they friend you, and I go, nope, unfriend, and they DM me, blocked. It's I don't even read the DMs. You're automatically blocked. Stay away from me. I'm living my dream. My dream is just to live a normal, a normal life, a freaking normal life. But you know how much that has cost me? It's so funny. I'm not laughing funny, ha ha, but I stay blessed. Like this, literally, these pair of jeans I got on. I went into the back room where I usually y'all see the videos of his tore from the floor. 'Cause I'm lazy. I need to put my clothes up. I looked in a pile of clothes. I said, "Man, I washed my um, truck jeans and forgot to put them in the dryer, so I needed a pair of jeans." I went in there and I picked them up, and it still had the tag on it. It still had the Levi's, the plastic Levi's. And I looked, I said, Jesus, I got so much stuff that's still new that I didn't even know I had. I'm so freaking blessed and don't even know it because I was thinking about the 9 years ago where everything I own burnt up in the truck, and it's literally been replenished tenfold. Hey, good morning, everybody. I forgot to say hi. Everything I own has been replenished tenfold. So the simple answer is uh how much does your dream cost? It cost my whole past life. Everything burnt up in that truck. And it's funny, God had to remove all of that for me to start start anew and figure it out. Like, and again, I still make mistakes. Don't get it twisted. I'm not acting like I know what. Look, if you read what the bottom says, for entertainment purposes only. A host has no idea what he's doing. I didn't say that to try to be funny. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't say that to be, like I know what I'm talking about. Because I've been proved wrong many a time. But I'm having fun. If you want to start a business, get your homework in. Do your homework. Save up your money. Locate capital. Know that the first 4 or 5 years you're going to be at a loss. If you can't do that, don't get into it. Learn the tax laws. Learn the tax laws. It's so funny. I had this notion of this company because we picked up deliveries there, but their stocks dropped like a brick. It went into the penny. It went into the penny stock category. But I just kept on investing. I had like $800. So like I think it was like $800 invested in stocks in that company. So I was thinking like, if they come back, if they even come back to 50 cents, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna have $200,000. If it goes to $20, I'm gonna have this. I'm so excited. I'm just, I'm like, I just gotta keep on. This might get me out of the hole. And then the following year they went insolvent. And I was devastated. I was like, that's like $800 gone. But when I looked and I talked to a tax professional and so forth, so on, that was a capital gains loss or something like that, which is actually more than $800. I think I claimed double that on my taxes. Don't and I'm not a tax professional, so don't quote me on that. This is just for entertainment purposes only. But all of that, I actually, even though it was an F up, I actually blessed my own self by buying those penny stocks that went out of business. Because that was the actual capital gains loss, and I could do the taxes on them. Find out if you have a dream. Do your homework about your dream. Some folks' dreams is to have a homestead. Do your homework. Find out how much it costs. Certain states are cheaper if you want to move to certain states. But when you move there, find out who your neighbor's going to be. Do they want you there? Because if I move into a plot of land and I got Joe the racist on that side and Mike the white supremacist on the, I'm not going nowhere because I done paid the rent. It's so funny. You guys will laugh. My first house that I bought, and that was a dream to own a house that I lost. I didn't do my homework. My first house that I bought, I believe, was haunted. Not the house itself, but on the land, because there was a lot of Confederate fights around that land up there in Dallas, Georgia. And I finally went with my Bible. I was anointing the doors of all the doors in the house. And I just sat there and prayed. And I just sat there. It's so funny. I had a heart to heart with whatever spirit was in my house. I said, sir or ma'am or whatever you are, I just bought this place. I can't leave if I wanted to. So if you don't mind, can you please move on to the next life? Because I cannot afford to move away. And I had no funny feelings anymore. I didn't hear no spooky stuff in the middle of the night. I didn't have the chill go up the back of my spine because that's what I felt the presence. And I said, could you please move on? See, sometimes we just have to change our attitude. Sometimes, guys, we just have to change our attitudes. Please and thank you goes a long way. Some sometimes you have to sometimes they have to go the opposite way, but please and thank you goes a long way. And I don't know what you guys' dreams are, but I hope you find them. I hope you get a chance to live your dreams. I hope you get a chance to make your dreams possible. Oh, by the way, guys, I started a second channel. I ain't been really talking about it, but the name of it is Can't Stop Living. So I'm going to try to be more positive, be more positive on that channel. But, but the end result, be more positive. Life's too short. Life is way too short, guys. Some of us are made to be bosses. Some of us are made to be workers. We're destined to be workers. There's nothing wrong with being a worker. You can make money. You still can make good money. You still can survive. You can still have a life. Just being the boss. Half the time, if you sit back and you want to be an owner, talk to an owner and see what they go through. Talk to someone that owns a business, that owns a thriving business, and see how much aggravation are you willing to do. Talk to someone that's trying to live their dreams. Now, I always laugh. You always laugh at these old 50 some odd year old rappers, but that Killer Mike's in his 40s and he just won what, one or two Emmys, Emmy, uh, what is, the music awards or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Live your dream if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, reevaluate. Is that really a dream of yours? I tried to own the truck, but I went the wrong way like Jesus, 3 times. That at least to own. I got taken so many times. No, I'm good. No, I'm okay. And it's too much. I spaz out. I spaz out too quick. But we're thinking and planning on our next adventure. Our next travel spot, our next move. So we'll be letting y'all know in the near future. Okay, guys, I done pooped out every bit of poop that I got. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down and say thank y'all for coming in. I'm gonna probably go back in the bag and take a nap because I'm waiting for them to still load me. I'm sitting over here at Clorox to head south. So you guys have a blessed morning. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being part of this morning's live entertainment. And as always, know that I love you and God loves you too. And I pray that God will keep you, He will hold you and protect you in the days and months and years to come. In Jesus' name. Hey, check out Wellness for Frugal Mama. She's coming up next. Have a blessed day. Check y'all later.